Welcome. In this video I'm going to be doing kind of an experiment here. So I have this wall and say I want to put some text or graphics on it. So if you had a projector you could put something on your computer and project it at the wall and then trace it. But I don't have a projector. So I'm coming up with a technique where you can use a webcam here. So I have this webcam and this is a Logitech C615. I'll put a link in the description of this on Amazon. If you buy using that link it'll help me out a little bit. But I have this webcam pointing at the wall, and then under it I have a monitor. So what I'm going to do is place the graphic. I'm going to have like a live feed of the wall on here, and I'm going to overlay a graphic of what I want on the wall, and then I can trace it. So let's go over to the computer and look how we do that. Okay, so in order to do the graphic work, I'm going to be using FFmpeg, and I have some videos on how to install that on a Mac and Windows and things. I'll put a link in the description to that. So once you have that installed, you're going to want to find out the input device for your webcam. So I'll put a link down there below too to this FFmpeg page where you can learn how to find your webcam. So I'm on Mac OS X, and it says here to list the supported capture devices I run this command. So I'll copy this into my terminal, and it will list these AV devices. So we see here we have the HD webcam C16 number 2. I'm not sure why the number 2 is there, but so next what we want to do is we want to do a live view of the screen. So I have this script here, and what this is doing is this is pulling from the webcam and displaying it to the screen. And this is called FFplay. It's part of FFmpeg. And then I also have this flip here. So this is flipping it so it is kind of like looking in a mirror. So I'll run this. And we have the screen. So here you would probably want to, say, put some markers on the wall so you could line it up properly. And so I've done that ahead of time. So this is the center. I don't know if there's going to be any distortion on this either, so I would probably put the camera centered on the part of the wall you want to add your text or graphic to. So I'll hit Q to escape this. And now I want to capture that image as a JPEG. So I have this other command, and this just captures one frame. So I'll run this. And that captured the screen capture. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to open it with Affinity Designer. You could also use maybe GIMP or Photoshop or Illustrator. Infinity Designer is kind of like Illustrator. So I have this open here and I want to put some text on here. So I'll click the text tool. Okay, and I'll just type Rick Makes. I need to make that bigger. Oops. And then I want to use, I'll just use brush stroke or brush script, which I think most people would agree is kind of ugly, but it'll be good for demonstrating. Okay, I want to make this a little bigger. Okay, so now I have this where I want to put it on the wall. So I can go over to my layers and I can unselect the background layer. And you'll see I have the checkerboard here because we want a transparent background. So now I'll go up to File and Export. And different software is going to have different techniques to do this. I'll go to PNG and I'll choose a 24-bit PNG and I'll hit Export. And I'll save that out to my desktop. I'll call it screencapture.png. And now I'll minimize this screen. And I'll go back here and I have the script here that says show video with overlay. So I'm already in the desktop directory in my terminal. And the overlay file is called screencapture.png. So I'll copy this. I'll paste it into my terminal. And we'll have live video. I'll put my hand in front of here so you can see we have live video with the graphic overlaid on top of it. And now we can type F to make that completely full screen. So I'll go back to my video here. I have my laptop screen mirrored on this monitor. So You could potentially do this with like a big, huge TV if you had one. You know, the bigger the better. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'll put the camera up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to trace this on the wall. So if you're doing this in your kid's bedroom or something, you probably want to use pencil, mark it on the wall, you can tweak it, and then paint it when you're done. Okay, so I made a quick change. I changed the text to outline so I could see a little bit better while I trace this. So like I said at the beginning, this is an experiment. So this is my first attempt. So like I said, you do this in pencil, and then you could you know, sweep back through here with your paintbrush or with the pencil again and do smoother lines. And using this brush script is a little tricky. If you did like a block text, it'd be a little easier. There's a little bit of latency in this when I'm doing this, so I'm not seeing exact real time, although it's not too bad. So one thing I've kind of found is that I could kind of put dots along the line and then connect the dots with my marker. So I'm going to continue on and see how far I can go with this before I get worn out. Okay, so I just realized something stupid, that I really needed to go in and since I've reversed the screen, I also need to reverse the type. So I'm putting the R on the right and the S on the left. I don't know. I was so focused on trying to copy these letters, that's probably part of my problem. I need to swap these around, so I reverse the image. So I'll fix that now. Okay, so that's better now. Okay, so I have the R finished here. I don't think it turned out too bad. So it seemed to help. I put those dots on there and then I just follow the curves. On the straights, I get a couple reference points and then hand draw it. But obviously since I screwed up and have the S over there, it doesn't look great. If I was doing this in pencil on a wall though, hopefully I would have caught it earlier, or I could just erase it. Okay, so I think I'm going to end out this video. My arm's getting a little tired, and this is just temporary, just to see if it would work. And I'm not sure if this is a success or failure. If you have an opinion on that, leave it below. Let me know. If you use this technique to, put a mural or a picture on a wall, please tag me in Instagram or Twitter at RickMakes. I'd love to see what people are doing. And if you have any questions about this, please leave them in the comments. And if you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye. Okay, so as a little postscript, I found a couple things to make it easier. It's kind of hard to see here, but I made the line color, or the stroke, yellow. And then over in my layers here, I changed that to 50% transparency, and I saved that out. And then when I run this now, you'll see that you can see some of the ink behind. So when I'm holding my marker up to the line, I can kind of see the tip of the marker a little bit better. And then also on a Mac, and I don't know, I'm sure PC has the same thing, is you can hold down the control while you scroll, and you can zoom in. There, I had to set my camera down. So now I zoomed in, and it's a little easier to see with it zoomed in. So as I move along, I can zoom into different parts of the picture, and make it a little bit easier to trace. And I found those things make this a little bit easier. So if you try this and find any tips of your own, please put them down in the comments. Thank you.